Bacon Bakers. Today we're going to make a lemon drizzle cake. I don't know if you can remember, but maybe on the last video or the one before that, I spoke about making cakes to order. Well, I put that out there and I've mentioned it to a couple of people, and guess what? I've got some all ready to make. So my first one is a lemon drizzle cake for an order which is being delivered today. And then I've got to make another lemon drizzle cake next week for a birthday cake. So hopefully this will use up all these ingredients that I've got from Colchester. So with the lemon drizzle cake, it's the same as the basic sponge that we do at work. So if I said to all you bakers out there, we're going to do an 8884, I'd like to think that you knew what I was talking about. I made this yesterday with Dean and he knew exactly what I meant. So it's 8 ounces of margarine, 8 ounces of sugar, 8 ounces of self-raising flour and 4 eggs. So we'll start with the margarine. You can use butter, it's just that I've collected this from work, and to be quite honest, we've got a fair amount of it and it goes out of date quite soon. So, and all the money that I'm collecting from the cakes is all being paid straight into the charity bank account. So don't worry, I'm not going to be arriving in a Rolls Royce when we go back. It's nothing like that. So we've got margarine there. Right, the next thing, just zero because I've got a little bit of margarine on that bowl. Okay, so the next thing is sugar. We'll weigh the sugar, but we won't put it in yet. We'll cream up the margarine. Now, you all recognise these containers. They're now in my store cupboard. Right, so that's 8 ounces. Right, so let's cream up the margarine. It's quite soft anyway because I've had it standing out. I've just been talking to Rebecca. It's Rebecca's day today, and we've got 5 ingredients. She's been a bit kinder to me this week than she was last week. So we're going to do a smoked mackerel pate, and then we're going to do a chicken and broccoli bake, which is going to have crisps and cheese on the top. And then she's bought some puff pastry, so we're going to do an open apple tart for the pudding. I think everyone should go around to Rebecca Clinch's house on Thursdays because they certainly know how to eat in that house. I said, would you like the mousse for us, you know, a little lunch the next day? But no, they're going to have it as a starter. So I think on Thursdays they have a bit of a blowout because Rebecca's cooking. Right, so here we go. That's 8 ounces of margarine, 8 ounces of sugar, all creamed together until it's lighter and quite fluffy. Okay, now next thing, I'm going to use my margarine fork. I'm going to crack the eggs into the jug. So it's 4 eggs because we've got 8 ounces of everything else. Now when we do our sponges at the cafe, we do 12, 12, 12 and 6, and we make really big sponge cakes. I'll show you the tins because I brought those home as well. So yeah, so they're quite big sponge cakes. So you can imagine they look like that when they go out. Right, so beat the eggs. Right. So we'll add the eggs a little bit at a time. When I get about half the egg into here, I'll weigh out the flour just in case it starts to split, because sometimes you have to put a little bit of flour in with the egg. I'll weigh out the flour now. So it'll be 8 ounces of self-raising flour. I did look online today, watching Dean yesterday with his lovely sieve, and I'm going to buy a new sieve. This one is not very good, especially if I'm going to have to start making a lot more cakes. So I'm going to look for one of those nice wire sieves later. Mr. Amazon will be able to post it out to me really quickly, I'm sure. So it hasn't split yet. I'll just put a little bit of flour in with this one. So I've just had a birthday, so I can't ask for a sieve for my birthday, can I? And we're making lemon drizzle cake today, but you can add orange to it as well, and then it becomes a St Clement's cake. Lime drizzle cake's very nice. Also made, we had a bit of a, trying to think, oh, we did a buffet and we had way too much yoghurt because we were making tzatziki. So we did a lemon yoghurt cake. Now that was really nice. I never even got to try it. Yes, I did hear very good reports on that. So I might make that one day next week, just so that I can try it. Seeing as I don't have to try these ones. So we get a nice bit of air into the cake. Now we're going to add the lemon. Now I've got a special, I like these sort of graters, but a lot of people have box graters. I haven't got one here at the moment, but I like these ones for this sort of thing. So just got to remember to keep moving the lemon around, because with lemon in cake you only want the yellow, you don't really want the white because the pith can be a bit bitter. Funny shaped lemon, this one. I've got to get this in the oven early because it's being delivered this afternoon. So by the time you watch this video, the gentleman who's ordered it will probably be eating it. Right, oh, it smells lovely in here now. Lovely and lemony. It's quite a big lemon, so we'll get away with one lemon in the cake, but I've got some what I call older lemons here. So what I'm going to do is when I get to the juicing, I'm going to use the good one and a bad one as well. I mean, it's so bad, there's nothing the matter with it, the skin's just a bit wrinkly. But it will still be juicy inside for the actual drizzle topping. Right, that's lovely. It's ready to go into the loaf tin, which I have pre-lined. You can get, Dean had ready-made liners yesterday, but I haven't, I've got to cut mine all out. Right. Now, a lot of my trainees will tell you that I'm a bit of a stickler for scraping the bowl out. I don't like any waste. So I'll show you the bowl. This is how you should leave the bowl when you make a cake. Not a scrap in there because it's all in the cake. There's no point leaving a portion in the bowl. Right, so it's all in the tin. For some reason, some of my trainees will now start banging it. Don't do that because it does knock any air that you've managed to get into it out of it. I don't know, there must be someone on the television that bangs all his tins about. Yeah, because a lot of them do it, but I don't know why. So I'm going to put that in the oven. I'm going to put my blocking shelf above it because I have to with this oven. We've talked about this. I'm going to put it right over that side as well because the left hand side of my oven is hotter than the right hand side. Dean did his yesterday on 180 and he had a fan oven and it was in there for about 40 minutes. So that's roughly how long they take in a normal oven. Mine will probably be in there for about an hour. I'll probably have to cover it at some point. So that's the actual cake in the oven. Make sure I look at the time so I remember to take it out. So the next thing we have to do is do the drizzle. And what I'll do is I'll get this all ready so you can see. But I'll put this on later on today when it's all done. Let's move that over there. So I didn't get a bowl out to put it in, which was a bit silly, wasn't it? Oh, here we are, I'll get one of these. Got a bowl. So yeah, as I say, they're not the prettiest lemon, that one, but there's plenty of juice in there. You can't really use it for cake. I was saving it for gin, but so I've got this sort of thing for getting the juice out. Dean yesterday was just using the back of a spoon and then giving it a good squeeze. He did really well. Some people have those ones that you turn it on. There we go. So there's a nice lot of juice coming out there. You should have a lot of drizzle on your drizzle cake. Just be very careful how I say that. My friend Barbara will know exactly what I mean, won't you, Barbara? Right, I'll just get the lemon pips out. And this is when you find out how many little cuts you've got on the end of your finger. Right, give my hands a wash. And for this, I'm going to use, you can use cast sugar, but I'm going to use icing sugar. And I will sieve it into there. Because it is extremely lumpy, this icing sugar. I don't know what's going on with Tate and Lyle, but can you see? And it's not that it's old or anything like that. Whenever we have it come in, it's always got huge lumps in. So yesterday I said to Dean to put 3 or 4 dessert spoons. So I've got a big teaspoon here. So what was that? That's about 5 or 6. Yeah, it's really lumpy icing sugar, but as long as you can sieve it. So that's quite syrupy. and that's just going to be drizzled all over the top. Okay, so that will be, when it comes out of the oven, I'll use a cocktail stick just to prick some holes in it, and then I'll just drizzle that all over the top, and then it's ready for the customer. Okay, so happy baking. Let's see you all make a lemon drizzle cake, and you can post me pictures. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.